Yo, what is going on, guys? We are back today for another video, and in this one we are going to be talking about something very important and something that I want all of you to be made aware of and just have this information so that you can make the best decision for your own account. So in today's video, we're going to be talking all about the Titan Crystal, mainly the champions in it, how it changes, who's leaving, who's entering, when that's all happening, should you save? Because these Titan crystals, man, obviously we don't get a ton of them outside of crazy deals like, Cyber Weekend. If you really spend a ton, then you're going to be able to open some. But if not, it's really you save up like a month or two for just one of these. These shards are coming in from more and more areas, but they are still hard to earn, and Kabam's definitely going to, slow roll the shard production outside of give us $100 and here's a Titan crystal, so these crystals, they're very, very important. So you definitely want to be making the best decisions for your own account, and who's in them is extremely important. Now, yes, you can just like pop them open as soon as you get them, for sure. Some people like to say, if you save your crystals for too long, you're losing out on progression. And there's definitely some truth to that. However, there's a difference between holding out for too long and holding out for a smaller duration that is extremely intelligent to do. And the only person who can, figure out what's best is you. What's best for your own account, because all of our accounts are different. We all want different things. We all lack different champions and have different goals in mind. Because, like, for me, I'm very Battlegrounds oriented. So I want the best Battlegrounds champions that I can get. But, maybe you're looking for some specific new champions that just came out. Maybe they're not in yet. It completely depends. So I'm going to try and help you guys make the best possible decisions. So let's go ahead and pull this up. So this is straight from a Kabam stream a while ago, and this shows us exactly how, I'm going to zoom in a bit here. It shows us exactly how this all works. So there we go. So, October 2023, this was the very first time we saw the Titan pool change. We had never seen that before. This was the very first time. So, Kabam had just picked these champions, Atuma, Mr. Negative, Sorcerer Supreme, Odin, Guardian, and Strife, and they were going to be the first batch cycled out. So that batch has already been cycled out, last month. All those champions are now in the basic pool. So, if we open up the basic pool, it should just show us those exact champions actually as well. As like the profile drop rate stuff, because they were just added. And so the way that they get added is, well, we've only had, one instance of this so far, but the way that it worked was basically, the game updates every single month. Now, the new event typically starts on a Wednesday in like the first week of a new month, and the patch usually goes live after the weekend. So usually like Monday, that's when it goes live. So for December, I'm guessing that the patch, the update for the December month of MCOC, is going to drop probably Monday, December 4th. That's been my guess for a while. And so if that is the case, then you see here we have the group 2. That's when these champions should all be cycled out of the Titan into the basic pool, and then a new batch of Titan champions will be implemented. And we're going to be talking about all of those. I know 4 of them for sure, and I am like 69% sure about the other 2. So we're going to talk about that as well. Predict, hopefully with 100% precision, the 6 champions coming to the Titan. So December, that's very soon. December 4th is like less than a week away at this point. So it makes a ton of sense to be waiting if you're not after these champions. And so what are these champions? It just says community vote here. So these are the ones we voted for. So, this is Shang-Chi. This is Spot, this is Juggernaut, this is Warlock, this is Warlock, this is Null, and this is Colossus. But what I wanted to do is kind of fun also as well in this video, because why not? We're going to go ahead and look back. We're going to go back in time a little bit and take a look at these votes to see who could have actually been a 7-star. Because, for example, let's say you pulled a 7-star Shang-Chi from your Titan Crystal. That very easily could have been one of these other champions. And I think skill is the craziest one, because we could have had Kate Bishop, dude. this was, June 5th. This was way before I ever played Kate at all. I used to not like her. She actually really messed me up on defense the first month she came out. We had like an incursions event, and she killed me many times, so I didn't really like her. But now, after Necropolis has come out, and I've learned how to play her, she easily a top 5 champion of 2023. And yeah, just to think she could have been a 7-star is bonkers. I think she's one of the craziest ones on here. And now I don't think we will see her as a 7-star. I think it's unlikely that she's going to be a 7-star just because of how much she proved herself in Necropolis. But that's the skill one. So yeah, Shang-Chi won the vote. Then we have the tech vote here. So I feel like 7-star Omega Sentinel would actually be really good. I feel like that'd be really good. Viv Vision, I could see her coming as a 7-star. Ultron, he's already confirmed as a 7-star now. So yeah, I guess no sweat. He didn't get voted, and Warlock got voted, so nothing wrong with that. We had the mutant vote, dude. This is the one that, oh my god, Colossus won this vote, and yeah, I voted for Omega Red for sure. And he came second. I could have a 7-star Omega Red right now, but no, people voted Colossus. Yep. Then we have Science. So Spot, my boy, one of my favorite champs in the entire game, won this vote, and I got him. Shout out to Andrew the Ref, who pulled that. My first ever Titan was this Spot right here, so I'm very happy with that. Spot's my second favorite champ in the entire game, so I feel like Quicksilver probably would have fit the build a little bit better, but I don't like him, so I'm very glad Spot won. And Captain America, I actually already have him as a 7-star too, because he's in the Incursion Crystal, which I already got, so that's cool. And I think Spike 99 would make for a really good 7-star, I think. What else did we have? Mystic. Mystic was a mess. This is the whole clairvoyant thing. She could have won. And honestly, I think it probably would have been in Kabam's best interest to have Claire as a 7-star instead of Jugs. Because Jugs is just unreal, dude. 7-star Jugs is basically a cheat code in Battlegrounds. Basically, that's what he is. It's just what he is. Like, one special 2, and they're just dead. At like a rank 2 level. My buddy Andy has a rank 3 Juggernaut. It's ridiculous, dude. Yeah. So, I think Longshot was who I voted for. Maybe I voted Jugs. I don't even remember. But I think Longshot would have been a really cool 7-star. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, we still have Cosmic, right. So Cosmic, Null won this by a landslide. And, of course, I voted for Null. I think Null is by far the best champ here. But I think Cersei is a decent second, and she did come second. I'm genuinely surprised that we haven't seen 7-star Cersei yet. But at the same time, very glad, because I don't want to fight her. Actually, I just thought about it. I'm guessing, I'm going to say this right now, I'm guessing Cersei will actually be in either the next Loyalty or the next Incursion Crystal, whenever that changes. I don't know when that's changing, but when it does, I would bet money that Cersei will be the Cosmic Champion in either one of those updated pools. All right, I think that's all 6. Let's get back to some Titan talk. So we know these champions. So all of those voted for champions will be coming to the basic pool. So you'll be able to pull them out of basic crystals. What you'll also be able to do is pull them out of these class-based crystals. So we can get 2 of these from the initial clear of the Necropolis. So you can totally get whatever class you want and then hold on to it for when these champions from the Titan are added to the basic, and you'll have a chance to them. Because you can see, Mr. Negative and Ant-Man are in there. Those guys were recently added to the basic pool. They weren't in, the OG 7-star pool. So, once the base pool is updated, these crystals should be getting updated as well. And so I'm going to have a chance to dupe my 7-star spot in less than a week, as long as I keep holding this. So it's going to be very, very exciting for me. And yeah, so let's go ahead and talk about now who I think is going to be the 6 champions being added to the Titan Crystal, because there's only 18 champions in here. So, my predictions. Now, we know 4. 4 of the champions are already guaranteed, and that is Morbius for 1. So Morbius will be added within the next Titan batch, which is very exciting for a lot of people. I'm so fortunate to have already awakened my Morbius, so I don't need to pull him. If I do pull him, it's just going to be 20 SIGs, which will definitely help, but like the awakening is all you really need. So hoping I don't pull any more Morbiuses. But yeah, the other champions being added to the pool are the 3 other new champions. Well, one of them is technically not new, which is Iron Man. Or no, sorry, Iron Man's already in there. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's not what I meant to say. Werewolf, though. Werewolf by Night will be added as well. Him and Morbius, they came out together, so those 2 will be added. And then Kushala will be added as well. She just came out this month, along with Shield, so she will be added as well. The reason I was thinking about Iron Man is because someone was saying, with the last Titan additions that we had, it was 3 new champions and 3 old champions, but one of those old champions was Iron Man, who's technically also a new champion. So that's the way these Titan batches work. We get 4 of the newer champions that have just come out, and then the other 2 are basically unknowns. So the last unknowns that we saw in the Titan batch were Jabari Panther and Spider-Ham. So these 2 champions, they had no affiliation with anything. They weren't in any kind of votes, nothing like that. It's just Kabam's pick. Those are just who Kabam selected to become 7 stars. So, and Spider-Ham is, by the way, oh my god, one of the best additions. Like, expect some serious Spider-Ham content on the way, and be prepared to be amazed, because this dude is nuts. So, we have the 4 guaranteed champions: Morbius, Werewolf by Night, Kushala, and Shield. So those 4 will be added to the next Titan batch for sure. Got the legacy guarantee on that, and then the last 2, those are the unknowns. But like I said, I'm 69% sure I know who it is. I think. I have a good idea. I think. I don't know. Maybe. Could be totally off. I think Havoc is going to be one of them. For sure. I think Havoc, he is, being teased as a 7-star here. We have no idea how he's going to be added. I think he's definitely going to be in the next Titan batch. I think that'd be a really good addition. Then the last spot, I could very easily see it going one of 2 ways. I could see it being, I think it's going to be Tech. I'll go to my Tech class. There we go. So I think it's definitely going to be a Tech champion. I think there's 2 options, really. Penny Parker, who I think would be, again, another phenomenal addition to the Titan pool. If I pulled a 7-star Penny, I would rank 2 pretty much right away, immediately. That would just be a great defender to have in the deck at a rank 2 level. So yeah, Penny, I could very easily see. The other champion I could see it being is Ultron. Ultron's also just an incredible champion, and again, would be a really good pull. But I think it's going to go Penny. I'm thinking Havoc, Penny. So my prediction for the next 6 champions being added to the Titan pool, again, on my predicted date as well, December 4th, is going to be Kushala, Shield, Morbius, Werewolf by Night, Havoc, and I'm thinking Penny Parker. So those are the 6 that I think will be added to that Titan pool. And then, of course, like we said, the community voted for champions will be getting cycled out. So that is Shang-Chi, Spot, Juggernaut, Null, Warlock, and Colossus. They will all be cycled into the basic pool forever, which is awesome because I really want a lot of those champions, especially Juggernaut, especially Null. Those are some of my most wanted 7-stars right there. So to have them just on any basic now, I have a chance to get them. That's super hype. It's going to make going for basic crystals a lot more exciting for me. And then, yeah, so I think... Oh, yeah, one last thing I want to talk about was this right here. So that is, the next change to the Titan batch, and it's coming very soon, like I said, within the next week. So definitely be prepared for that, plan around it. Now, the thing is, okay, what if you want to keep saving? What if you want to wait for some of these other champions in the Titan to be cycled out? Like, let's say Danny Moonstar or Lady Deathstrike. Well, if you want to wait that long, it's going to be another 2 months. So February, the February patch will be when the next Titan batch changes. That is quite a long time. So I do not recommend holding Titan shards for that long. Of course, if you want to, go ahead. But I do think that is, kind of a scenario where if you don't open your Titans for that long, it really will start to hurt your progression. And it's just kind of going to be holding you back. I think the best time to be opening Titans is as soon as the December batch drops. I think that's going to be one of the best Titan pulls that we've seen so far. There will be no chance of pulling Colossus. It would be nice. And if the pool that I predicted is correct, let's kind of just go over all those champions and say if let's say hit, miss, or somewhere in the middle. So Jabari would be the biggest miss possible. That's my number one most not wanted. Photon would be a massive hit. Vox would be a massive hit. Gladiator first time dupe would be a hit. Brand new Iron Man would be a hit. Spider Ham dupe would be one of the biggest hits. Crossbones new would be a hit. Don't really want it, but it would be a hit for sure. New Silk would be a big hit. Kindred new would be a hit. Gotta awaken him to really want to rank him, but first time, still good. New Hyperion would be a hit. Lady Deathstrike would be a hit. Danny Moonstar, first time awakening, would be a hit. So like out of those 12 champions, the 12 champions that are going to be staying in this pool, only one of them I do not want. So, 11 for 12, pretty good odds. And then with those other 6 champions added, the only one that I don't want, I would say, is actually Morbius, because, it's Sig 40. So, like, if that's the case, man, it's like 16 out of 18 are hits. That is some really, really good odds, man. And we're going to have 3 of these Titans once I finish the Necropolis with that updated pool. So it's going to be such a banger opening. Plus these basics with, those new voted for champions in there. Going to have a chance to get them. Man, I'm so excited. So excited for this pool change. And yeah, there's just so many bangers. Literally like 2 misses. Jabari and Morbius. And like those misses like aren't even that bad. Like there's a lot of people that like Jabari. And, more SIGs on Morbius isn't the worst thing. I just don't want to be spending 15 or 20,000 Titan shards for 20 SIGs. That's 1 SIG stone priced at 1,000 Titan shards. That's not good value for me. So, yeah. But yeah, guys, that is going to go ahead and do it for this video. I hope I maybe taught you something or you learned something here. I just want to give you guys as much information as possible to make the best decisions for your account. So that, you can keep advancing in the game as far as you want. So yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it. And just to go over all of my Titan pulls so far. So we have, number 1 was Spot. Amazing, amazing pull. Again, shout out to Andrew the Rough for pulling that. Then we had a Colossus as number 2. So, bit of a miss. But then, on the 3rd Titan, dude, we pulled a Piggles. And I think I literally said in the video as I was opening, that was like the number 2. The number 2. Bro, I'm telling you guys, this pig is so insane as a 7-star. With the stat focus, with the bigger stats, with the challenger rating, and with the Ant-Man relic. Holy. Yeah, and then my final Titan, my 4th one, was Danny Moonstar. Again, a bit of a miss for me. I'm not the biggest fan. So I would say I'm 2 for 4 for like Titans so far. I feel like I'm really stoked about 2. And it's weird. I've only pulled Science and Mutants. That's actually so weird. I never thought about that. I can only pull Science or Mutants from Titans so far. So I wonder if that I don't know if it's a curse or a blessing. But we're gonna see if that changes soon when that pull changes. But yeah, guys, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this video. I would say the pig, definitely the biggest dub so far. I mean, Spot is a massive dub, don't get me wrong, but I need to awaken him for him to be, useful. Whereas this little piggy, unduped, rank 2, absolute menace. So yeah, that's going to go ahead and do it for this video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the information. Drop a like if you so. Subscribe if you want to see more content. Definitely turn the little bell to be notified when I go live or when I upload, because that Titan opening is going to be so hype. Cannot wait to show you guys it. Thanks so much for all the love and support on the channel lately. It's been nuts. So, guys.